All right, let's take a look at how to complete our chapter 10 slides. These ones are a little bit different because now we're moving on to looking at line segments and angles and lines. So you need to be able to use a couple of different tools. Of course, you should start out by watching these two videos, and then I'll have the link to this video posted right here so that you can watch the direction video. On the first page, it's pretty self-explanatory, as well as the second, just normal answers. You're typing in the names of lines. On this third page is where it gets a little bit trickier. And remember, I always say that you should zoom in to 100%. And then if we take a look here, it says draw and label line AB in the space at the right. So you need to be able to draw a line. We've already provided the letters for you to label every line, but you have to draw the line first. In order to do that, we're going to use the tools that Google provides. So if you head up to the top here, you'll notice there's a little line right here. You can click the arrow next to it and select line. Now you'll see that your mouse has turned into the crosshair, showing that it's ready to draw the line. You click and hold, drag your line out while you're still holding, and then let go. Now I have this line. There's another tool on Google up here that allows you to change what the ends of the line look like. So you'll see if I click off of it, now it's just a regular line. But if I wanted my line to have points on it, I can click on these two buttons here with the red dots and choose how I want my line to end. So I want it to end with a point here and a point here. So now you'll see my line has 2 points on it. Then I can just take my letters, click and drag to label those points on my line. So now we've done it, line A, B. Let's take a look at another one here. Number 2 says to draw and label an example of the figure, and this one is XY. This one was a line segment, so it had endpoints. But this one, if you look closely, if it's hard to see, you can even go in a little bit closer to 200%. You can see that it actually ends with arrows. So that's going to be a continuous line. So for this one, let me zoom back out so it's a little easier to work. I'm going to use that same tool and once again create a line. I'll draw it right on here. And then I can use this, but this time I can select to have the ends as arrows. And then once again, I can drag my letters to label the spots correctly, X and Y. And if we want to get really fancy, we can even go in and add the little points. If we go to the Shapes tool and then select a circle, it'll allow you to draw a little circle like this that I can fill in with black. Oh, let's see. It's kind of hard to see, so I'm going to zoom in again. 200%. Ooh, my circle ended up kind of an odd shape, so I'm going to drag it to be a little bit wider. Nope. If I don't like it, I can just delete and try it again. Shape, circle. Let's draw my actual point this time. There we go. That one looks better. And again, I can choose to fill it in with black. So now it's a perfect point. I can drag it over to show point X. And then if I click on the circle, I can 2-finger tap and copy it, and then 2-finger tap and paste. You can also press Control-C and then Control-V on your keyboard. Then I can drag my other point right over here. So now I have line segment XY shown on a continuous line. The last thing I'd like to show you is how to create an angle. So we have angle K here that needs to be created. To create an angle, it needs to have 2 separate lines, and this one should be obtuse, so larger than 90 degrees. I'll come and use my line tool again, and I'm going to draw a line right here like this. And this time, I just want the bottom to end in that point. And the other side, I'm going to have end in an arrow. And now I need to do a second line. I'm going to start from that point and draw it out here. And I'll have that one end in an arrow as well. So now I have an obtuse angle K. I use 2 lines, and I can simply drag my K over to label that point. So there we go. Now we've looked at how to create a line segment, as well as an angle. You'll use these same tools to complete other problems on this page as well. Whenever you see those letter boxes, those are telling you you need to draw a line that you're then going to go and label with the letters.